Hi, Michelle from Jubilee TV here. I am excited to be here today to tell you a little bit more about our March product release. There are three new features in the March release that we're really excited about. These were all things that were heavily requested from our Jubilee TV community, and we think they're going to be really useful for you and your aging loved one. Let's dive right in. The first one is live captions on video calls. So this means that your voice is going to be transcribed on the TV during video calls. So as you can imagine, really great for those of us with loved ones who have hearing loss or even maybe vision issues, cognitive decline. This can really help enhance the video call experience for them. Turning on live captions is super easy. If you're not on a video call, you can do it in our settings. Let me show you how that works. We're going to go to our Jubilee TV app home screen, and you now see a gear icon next to the name of the room. So we're going to go there. We're going to go to the settings tab, and we now have the option to turn on live captions, couple size options there, and then we're going to save our changes. So that setting is going to be in effect for all future video calls for your loved one. If you do want to turn those live captions on and off when you're on an active video call, let me show you how to do that. If you want to turn live captions on and off, you can do that here. So there we can change the size of the live captions. I'm not sure if you can see on my TV behind me, but those live captions are popping up there. The other thing that we see here is an indicator to show the strength of the connection. So we can see that my connection's good, mom's connection is fair. And then this other little dot line is going to allow us to switch between the Jubilee TV remote mic and the console mic. And here we can also add something called Mic Boost, which is a new feature. And we can turn up the strength of that mic boost, similar to captions, that will persist for future video call sessions. Let me tell you a little bit more about mic boost. So by default, if you're just using regular Jubilee TV, the voice remote is the mic that's used during video calls. So that's how when your loved one talks, that's the audio input. If you're using our 6-button remote in passive mode, or if your loved one is using an original remote, they don't use a remote at all, you might want to instead switch to using the console mic for video calls. So that's the audio source. That's what listens to your loved one's voice. And so when you switch to that console mic, you also have the opportunity to do a mic boost. That will essentially just potentially make it easier for you to hear your loved one. It depends on the setups. There may be cases where you turn on mic boost and it causes audio feedback, just depending on the environment. So your mileage may vary, but we find that it does make it easier for folks to hear their loved one in some scenarios. If you want to switch between the mic being here and the mic being in the console remote, we're going to go to that gear icon, we're going to go to settings, and here we can switch the audio input between the TV remote mic and the console mic. We can only adjust that mic boost while we're on a live video call. So in that case, you would, if you need to adjust the strength of the mic boost while you're on a video call, you can do it using the settings that I showed you before. Last new update, super excited about, is our new Jubilee TV 6-button remote. As you can see, has nice big buttons. They're backlit. There's a wrist strap to make it easier to hold on to. The whole purpose of this is just make the TV super, super easy, simple to operate. A couple things to note with the 6-button remote. Currently it only works with a single source device, and that has to be a cable or satellite set-top box. So in my case here, I have a DirecTV set-top box plugged into my Jubilee TV console. You see maybe you can see another device over there. That's a Roku. I did previously have that plugged in, but I actually had to unplug that in order to be able to use the 6-button remote. Same with the DVD player. You can only have one device plugged into the Jubilee TV console to use the 6-button remote. So our 6-button remote works with a usage mode, a new usage mode that we call passive mode. And what passive mode does is it essentially strips away all of the interactive features of Jubilee TV so that your loved one's TV experience is super simple. We've heard from y'all that a lot of the on-screen interactions, if your loved one has dementia, can be super confusing. So passive mode takes all of that away. There's no more Jubilee TV menu. There's no more messages that pop up, reminders that pop up. All of that is disabled with passive mode. So let's take a look at how to turn on passive mode with the 6-button remote. I'm going to go to the 3 dots on the top here and select usage mode. And here I see a few different options. And what I'm going to want is passive mode with 6-button remote. You need to order the 6-button remote from us. You can use the link here. If you already have a Jubilee TV system set up, use the link here to buy the remote. Otherwise, you can buy it now as an add-on on our website. You have to use this remote. We specially program this 6-button remote to work with Jubilee TV. That also means that you do not need to program the 6-button remote when it arrives. Switching to passive mode here is going to take care of everything for you. So if you do not do any attempt at programming the 6-button remote, because that will not work for you. So I'm going to select 6-button remote and I'm going to change usage mode. If I had more than one device plugged into my Jubilee TV console, it would not let me make the change at this point. I would have to remove that device first before switching into this 6-button remote with passive mode. But since I only have one device, one set-top box plugged in, I'm able to switch and now configured. And then it's going to prompt me to add some TV channels. And what's really cool about this is that any channel that I select here, when my loved one does channel up and channel down, it only cycles through those favorite channels. So again, the goal is to just minimize confusion, simplify the experience. So I can just set those handful of favorite channels that mom loves, and then she can channel up and down through only those channels. So no more endless scrolling. So I have two favorites set here, ESPN and HGTV, and then I'm going to select change usage mode. When I do that, a couple things happen. One, the white voice remote no longer works. So if I press a button on the white remote, I'm going to see a message on the TV that says use the 6-button remote. And then I also see some changes in my app. Video calling is auto connect only. So all the changes here are basically going to take out any interactive feature from Jubilee TV. So video calling, I can only auto connect because it doesn't require any interaction. I can use Telescope to control the TV remotely. I can drop in to do those one-way video and audio feed. And then I still have my activity feed with all of my data about the presence and stationary TV on off. I can manage my favorites. I can manage my contacts as before, but things like reminders, photos, messages, all of those sort of interactive features are no longer available with the 6-button remote. If you do want to switch back to using the voice remote, all you have to do is the same thing. You just go usage mode and select interactive mode. All your previous photos and messages will still be there. So nothing's going to go away if you switch into passive mode. So those are our March product updates. In addition, there are a few other small enhancements that just make usability easier, make drop-in and video calling more reliable. All that information you can find on our website. Again, these new feature updates are largely driven by customer feedback. We really are dedicated to adding features that are going to be useful for our members and give you more and more value over time. So we are always looking for your feedback. You can reach out to customer support. We have a private Facebook community for Jubilee TV members that you are welcome to join. Some great discussions in there among caregivers, and that's a forum for your product ideas, suggestions, and feedback as well. So thank you for being part of the Jubilee TV community. We appreciate you. We hope that you enjoy these new updates, and there is much more to come. Thank you.